All right, good evening or good afternoon, and welcome to this Yoga for Recovery, Realization, and Resilience. My name is Brian, and I am delighted to have you in this 3-hour yoga class today, where we're going to do an exploration of finding the center and connecting to Source. So that sounds very complicated, but in actuality, as you all know, if you come regularly, it's all very simple. We have 5 simple tools we use in order to practice our own self-regulation, managing our mind, our body, our mental state, our physical state, our psychological state, and our emotional state. And we're going to do that in about 50 minutes of practice, a little bit of movement, a little bit of breath, and a little bit of rest. And maybe we'll find a little bit of meditation. And as always, we'll start by landing and finding our supports and raising gratitude and setting our intention. So let us get started then with that process. So if you will, find your supported posture, whatever that looks like for you, whatever shape that takes for you, whatever form that takes for you, take a moment to bring yourself into that. Feel into those parts of your body that are connected to something. Maybe your feet are flat on the floor if you're seated in a chair. Maybe the sides of your calves and your sides of your feet are against the floor if you're seated on a mat or a cushion or a bolster. Maybe you have your back up against the spinal support of your chair or against the wall or the mat. Maybe you have elbow rests for your arms. Whatever part of your body is in contact, feel into that physical sensation of connection. And I invite you to bring your awareness to that physical sensation of connection as support. What is it like to be supported in this moment? And then from those supported places, imagine you could extend roots from your body down into the earth beneath you. And as you root down, I invite you to lengthen up. Lengthen through your side body, lengthen through your spine, lengthen through your crown. Experiment gently with nodding and lifting the chin and turning the head so that you feel that release at the back of the neck so you can feel the full length of the spine from the base to the crown. And then holding that spine elongated and aligned, I invite you to notice just that little movement, what potentially might have shifted for you. Maybe you can feel your energy body engage and come online. Maybe you can feel your chest expand and your heart open. Maybe not. Maybe you just feel what you feel. And holding that posture, I invite you to come into the present moment by coming into your breath. Turn your awareness to your breathing. Find your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages. And begin to breathe in and out through your nostrils. Following your inhale into your body, wherever it may go, without stress, strain, or exertion. Following your exhale out of your body, letting it go completely, noticing the complete release. And then be right there at the beginning of the next inhale, noticing how it appears just as it is needed, and allow that inhale. And that exhale. And then continue to hold your awareness on your breath. And just notice how just a little bit of breath awareness can begin to create the possibility of connection and the ability to find resilience through self-regulation. Now, this could be our practice. We could just be here for 50 minutes, focusing on our breath, feeling into our supports, and noticing how perhaps the possibility of stillness arises and everything that's a distraction begins to slip away. However, we're going to add a little bit here. So as always, one of our tools is gratitude. So I invite you on your next inhale to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to turn your awareness to your heart space. Look into your heart space. And then I invite you, as you choose to allow to arise in your heart space gratitude. A sense of gratitude, anything that looks or feels like gratitude to you. Perhaps just one thing for which you are grateful here today. Maybe that you made it here to your mat for this practice, this gift to yourself. And whatever it is that arises for you when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to see that clearly in your mind's eye. And then to anchor that gratitude in your heart space and to hold it there at least for the duration of our time together. And then, if you choose to, I invite you to set an intention for your time here today. Perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhalation, or to just keep your gratitude anchored. And whatever your intention is, I invite you now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice as if it is already done. And then listening for the echoes of your intention in your being, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop towards your grateful and intentional heart. And if you would like to offer a benediction to seal your intention, I invite you to do so now as I say Namo Namaste. And then release your hands, lift your chin, take a cleansing breath, full inhale. Sigh it out, complete exhale. And then gently make your way to your mat. We're going to begin standing today with a little bit of movement to get ourselves organized and activated. So maybe a little shake out of the legs, maybe a little wiggle of the arms, maybe a little rocking of the shoulders, rolling of the head. Just getting a little bit of energy flowing here before we start to move consciously. All right. Then bring your feet underneath your hips. Now, a lot of us think our hips are this wide out here, but in fact, this pointy bone right here at your hip girdle is your hip. So bring your feet in alignment with your hips, outer edges of your feet toward the outer edges of your mat. And then soften the ankles, soften the knees, firm the hips and waist, lengthen out of the shoulders, roll the shoulders up and then down. Let the arms fall, palms forward, fingers toward the floor. Lift the chin slightly and then tuck the chin a little bit so you feel the chin is parallel to the mat. Lengthen through the crown. This is you standing on your own 2 feet in your mountain posture. Take a moment here to feel into your feet. Maybe pick up your toes. Feel those 4 points at the inside and outside of the heel and the ball. And then place the toes down. Feel the additional support that comes through the toes and then balance your weight in your feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your inhale, bring your hands to prayer at the chest. On the exhale, root into the heels and lift through the crown, straightening the back. Feel yourself lengthening and growing. On the inhale, take the arms high, biceps frame the ears. Press the palms together. On the exhale, just lean to your left. Feel that length in the right side body as you breathe in. Stay long out of both arms, out of both legs. Exhale here. Inhale, come back to center and get long. Exhale, lean to your right. Again, little bump of the hip, that left hip bumps. Both arms stay long, both legs stay long. We breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, come back to center. Take the thumbs toward the wall behind you. Biceps frame the ears, lift out of the waist and chest, shine through the crown, a little back bend maybe. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, come back to center. Get long. Exhale, hinge forward. Release the hands toward the mat. Release the crown toward the mat. Bring the forehead toward the shins. Straighten the legs and lift the hips up and back. Find your forward fold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, bring your hands underneath your face. Maybe your fingers don't touch the floor. That's okay. Just bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Lengthen through the crown a little bit. Find a little length. Exhale, walk your hands over to the left side of your left foot, bringing your forehead toward your left knee. Feeling that little twist, and breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, walk your hands back to center, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, walk your hands over to the outside of your right foot, bring your forehead toward your right knee. Feel that little twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, walk hands back to center, get long. Exhale, release the crown toward the mat, the forehead toward the shins. Breathe into this forward fold. Breathe out. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, press the palms against the shins, straighten the arms, support the body as you bring your torso parallel to the floor. Long crown, long hips, long side body. Breathe in. Breathe out, release the hands, release the head, forward fold. Bend the knees a little bit and then inhale, slowly roll your torso upright, one vertebra at a time, saving the head and neck for last. As the torso comes upright, the shoulders will naturally roll up and down. Palms will turn forward, crown will go long, chin will come parallel. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you're not at the top of your mat, turn and face the top of your mat. We're going to begin a little movement here. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Place the hands beside the feet. Step the right foot back to a lunge. Drop the right knee in the top of the right foot. Inhale, sink the hips as you pick up the hands. Maybe stack the hands on the left thigh. Press the palms to straighten the arms. Support yourself in this low lunge as you sink the hips in. Breathe in, long crown. Supported low lunge. Inhale, take the arms high. Maybe your palms touch, maybe not. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the right knee, and step the right foot forward to join the left, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, root and rise. Gather as you go. Exhale, release the hands to prayer at the chest. Take a breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, we hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold hands beside the feet. Left foot back, left knee down. Top of the left foot releases. Inhale, sink the hips as you pick up the hands. Maybe stack the hands the opposite way on the right thigh. Straighten the arms to support the torso. Sink the hips and lengthen the crown. Supported low lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, take the arms high. Maybe the palms touch, maybe they don't. Lengthen the fingers and sink the hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the left knee and step the left foot forward to join the right, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, hands to prayer, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, right foot back. Drop the right knee if you like, or keep the right knee high. Press back through the right heel, down into the left heel. Sink the hips. Pick up your hands, stack them on the left thigh if you like. Straighten the arms to support the torso. Supported lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, take the arms high. Maybe the palms touch, maybe they don't. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot. Step the right foot forward to join the left, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise through tall mountain. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take a breath. Sigh it out. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold hands beside the feet, left foot back. Drop the knee if you like, or stay lifted. Press back to the heel, sink the hips, pick up the hands, maybe stack them on the right thigh, straighten the arms, support the torso. Supported lunge, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, arms go high. Maybe they touch, maybe not. Get long. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands beside the foot. Step forward, forward, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise, tall mountain. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, the arms go high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Right foot back. Right heel drops down and in. Now, press back to the outside of that right foot. Drop the hips, pick up the hands, maybe stack them on them. And then straighten the arms to support yourself. And then stack your shoulders. So you turn and open your chest. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Take your left arm inside your left knee. Maybe use a block, hint, hint. Maybe your hand finds the floor. This is your side angle. Feel that length on that right side body. Open the chest, shine the heart. Maybe take the right arm high. Maybe drop the right arm over the head, bicep framing the ear. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Take your arm high. Exhale. Bring the right hand back to the right hip. Lengthen the crown. And then strong core. Straighten the left leg. No lock in the knee. But we're moving into a triangle now. So the crown is long. Torso is parallel to the mat. Chest is still open. Left hand is on the left thigh, left shin, left ankle. Block, hint, hint, maybe the mat. And again, find your length through the crown. Maybe take your right arm high. Stacking your shoulders. Breathing in. Maybe look up and see your right thumb. Triangle posture. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale, right hand comes back to the right hip. Turn your torso parallel, bring your hands to the mat, and then step that right foot in about a foot so that you have a tighter triangle here. And then bring your hands to support yourself on a block or on the mat or in front of the left foot as you bring your forehead towards your left knee. Legs are straight but not locked. It's our pyramid posture. Feeling that length. Opening. Press back through the hips, particularly that right hip. Maybe you find that you're balanced in your feet and you can pick up your hands. Maybe you bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Maybe you rest them on the lower back. Maybe you take the arms high over the shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. As you exhale, if your hands are high, bring them back down, frame the foot. Roll to the ball of the right foot. Step the right foot forward to join the left. Forward fold. Notice how one leg feels a lot longer than the other. Breathe in. Come to a flat back. Exhale, fold, forward fold. Inhale, root and rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, release the hands to prayer. Take a breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside your feet. Left foot step back into a lunge. Left heel drops down and in. Inhale, bring your hands maybe to the thigh. Support yourself. And then as you exhale, take your left hand to your left hip. Bring your right hand inside the right knee. Lengthen the crown and drop the hips. Opening the chest. Preparing for side angle. Feeling that length and balance in your legs. Support it in your feet. Maybe take the left arm high. Maybe drop the left arm, bicep over the ear. Side angle here. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, left hand high. Exhale, left hand back to the hip. Inhale, straighten the right leg. And find the length through your torso. Extending your torso and feeling into your triangle. So the legs are straight but not locked. Torso is open. Chest is expanded. Crown is long. Hips are pressing back. Crown is reaching forward. Take the left hand toward the ceiling. Maybe look up. See your left hand. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. If your left hand's high, bring it back to the hip. Turn your torso parallel to the mat. Bring your hands down for support. Step that left foot in about a foot. Lengthening through the crown, pressing back through the hips. Torso parallel and flat. Bring your hands to your thigh, to your shin, maybe to the foot, maybe in front of the foot. Bring your forehead toward your right knee. Pyramid posture. Find your balance in your feet. Pressing back and down through the feet. Maybe you can pick up your hands. Maybe you bring your hands to the small of your back, interlacing the fingers that other way, the awkward way. Maybe you rest your hands on your lower back. Maybe you take your arms high, up over the shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. If your hands are high, release them down. Roll to the ball of your left foot. Step your left foot forward to join the right. Notice how awkward your legs feel here as you forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root and rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take a breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Gently bring yourself down onto your mat, on your back. And we'll work to engage the core a little bit, get the navel engine going. So, heels and toes are touching, toes are neutral. Palms down by your sides. Forearms pressing, palms pressing. If you want a little more support, bring your thumbs underneath your sits bones at the base of your hip girdle. If you want even more support, bring the back of your hands underneath your SI joint at the top of your buttocks. Find your posture to lengthen the crown. Feel the lower spine supported on the mat. And then just simply bring the knees into the chest. Now, feel that exhale, release the knees toward the chest. Feel the support of the spine on the mat. You have options here. The higher you take your legs, the more support you have from your spine. So we're going to begin to piston the legs. So if you're pistoning your legs, so one knee will come into the shoulder, the other heel will press away. If you're doing that toward the ceiling, you have the full spinal support. If you take your legs at an angle to where the wall and the ceiling come together, you'll feel a little bit less of the upper spine supporting. If you take your legs to the middle of the wall, you'll even feel a little more engagement through the hips and glutes. And then, of course, if you take your feet where they're just hovering above the mat, you'll feel the full engagement of the legs here. You're moving with your breath here. So as you inhale starts, the movement starts. When the inhale stops, the movement stops, and vice versa on the exhale. When the exhale starts, the movement starts. And we're just pistoning legs. In and out through the nostrils. Put a little pressure at the back of your throat where the epiglottis is so you can hear the audible sound of your breath in your nostrils, that rhythm that sounds like the ocean coming in and out, that gives you helps you with your pace, your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Breathing in, breathing out. And then notice for yourself how your engine of the core, the navel center, begins to fire up. The hips start to fire up. The thighs start to fire up. The glutes start to fire up. And all of a sudden it gets a little warm. And you're feeling into that. Now notice what that does to your breath and to your mind. Where does your mind go when that heat starts to rise? Where does your mind go when that challenge comes into play? Can you keep your breath steady and calm? Can you be focused on the breath and moving within your own body? Couple more here. Inhale the legs long. Exhale, release the heels, let the toes fall open, turn the palms up. Take a full inhale deep into the abdomen. Sigh it out. Let some of that heat vent. Vent a little bit here. Breathe in. Stabilize your breath. Solidify yourself in your practice. Notice what's shifted for you. Maybe you're in a little different space than when you came into the practice tonight. Maybe you notice. Maybe not. Check in with your gratitude. Are you still grateful? Can you hold your gratitude in the midst of your practice? Check in with your intention. How are you doing? Cleansing breath here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Again, turn your palms down. Again, find your hand support posture. So maybe underneath the sits bones, maybe underneath the SI joint. Lift the heels toward the ceiling. Flex the toes back toward the face. Now you have options here. We're going to do our leg lifts. You can take, on the exhale, lower one leg till it's just hovering, and then inhale, bring it back up. And on the next exhale, take the other leg down. Inhale it back up. That's some scissor kicks here, one leg at a time. Or you can take both legs down on the exhale, up on the inhale. Or you can do some combination thereof. Now remember, it's your practice. These are all offers, suggestions, invitations. You are in the privacy of your own space by design, and the only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. Everything else is optional. Anytime you need to, modify as you need to. Come out of any posture. Take any alternate posture. Modify any posture in a way that you need to. Be in your practice. Remember, our goal is not to be in competition. Nobody wins here. We're already here. You've already won. And there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to achieve. You've already made it. You're here. So, can you be calm and steady and focused on your breath and moving within your own body? That is the practice. And we practice that here on our mat so that we can take it off the mat. And as we go through our lives, we're continuing to hold that aspirational state in mind. Whatever's happening in our lives, at any moment, can we be calm and steady and focused on the breath and moving within our own body? A couple more here. Inhale up. Exhale. Bring the knees into the chest. Reach up and squeeze. Rock a little side to side. Feel that relief. Maybe rotate your hips in one way and then in the other. Whew. And then take your legs long. Let your toes fall open. Let your palms fall up. Lengthen the crown. Breathe deep into the abdomen. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Let your body stabilize. Let your breath stabilize. These rest moments are equally as important. We work in our practice to balance effort and ease. We do some effort, we take some ease. Sthira and sukha in this Sanskrit, the language of yoga, effort and ease and effort. Take a stabilizing breath here, full inhale. And complete exhale. Okay, we got one more here, one dynamic now. A couple of things. First of all, we're going to do breath of fire while in a low boat or modified boat. And so if you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle, please do not pump the diaphragm in breath of fire. Please just take long, deep inhales and complete exhales. Otherwise, you're going to do breath of fire engaging the diaphragm. And you're going to be in low boat. Now, low boat, full expression of low boat. The legs will lift maybe 6 inches to a foot. The crown and shoulders will lift 6 inches to a foot. The arms will lift, palms up, 6 inches to a foot. Now, you can modify this in any way. Have the legs down, have one leg down, keep the shoulders down and the head down, keep the arms down, maybe take your hands behind your shoulders for support, whatever works for you. Find your supported posture. And then we're just going to begin here with our breath of fire for literally a minute. And finding your posture, moving into your breath. Stay with it, you got it. Full inhale. Exhale, lower down, let the toes fall open, let the palms fall up. Let the breath come and go. Big, deep inhale into the abdomen. Long, extended exhale, sigh out. Allow everything to settle. Feel into what shifted for you. Notice your experience. How do you feel? What has shifted in this little bit of practice? A little bit of 30 minutes or so of movement can make a profound difference in our lives. Or just focus our attention internally. Check in with your gratitude in your heart space. And you be grateful for this gift you've given yourself to be present on your mat. Check in with your intention. How are you doing against your intention? Whatever it may have been. And then notice your breath. Is your breath stabilized? It's kind of quiet now. All right, you have an option here. Find your own way. You can bring the knees in and rock a little bit on the spine, or you can roll to one side or the other, but we're going to bring ourselves upright and come around seated for our breathwork portion, which will lead us into our nice guided rest, our meditative state. So find your supported seat, whatever that looks like for you. And then find your supports by feeling into the physical connection, root down and lengthen and align. Turn your awareness inward. Witness yourself here. Okay. Let's see where we are. Ah, yes. I love it when a plan comes together. We're going to breathe a little bit here, a couple of different breaths, and then we'll feel into. And I feel this group is good. So we're going to, yeah, we'll just do those. That'll work. Okay. All right. So, excuse me. Let's just do a little bit of movement here to just get ourselves settled into our seat. So we're just going to do a little bit of spinal rotation. So we're going to just rotate the stomach. We call this stomach grind or seated hula hoop. And you inhale, you bring your torso forward and around. As you exhale, you take your torso back and around. So we're just circling the torso against the fixed hips. Either direction, doesn't matter. We're going to go the other way here in a few seconds. So just a couple of little movements here, just kind of feeling ourselves. And this helps us get our sits bones and our hip girdle fully oriented to the cushion. This is our support in the seated posture. So we want to kind of settle into that support here. And on your next inhale, switch your direction and go in the opposite direction. And then see if you can, lead from your abdomen. So a little bit of maybe belly dancer, but hula hoop type action here. Maybe that doesn't make sense to you. Don't worry about it. Maybe you're not old enough to remember hula hoops. It's all good. Anyway, I'm just doing a little bit of light movement here to settle into our seat. Yeah. And then on your next inhale, come to center and lengthen and gently retain this breath while lifting at the base of the spine and the pelvic bowl. So engage your root lock. Now relax the shoulders, but tuck the chin slightly. Engage the chin lock. Let everything come still in the center of your being. Focus at the third eye, the brow point. And as you are ready, release your locks, release your breath. Now, hands will come up and lock the shoulders with the thumb behind, the four fingers in front. If that doesn't work for you, just let your arms float across the middle of the torso atop the thighs. We're going to inhale to the left and exhale to the right through the nostrils. Inhale left, exhale right. Now, just a little twist here. So we rotated the torso to set the hip girdle. Now we're twisting a little bit to free any tension in the upper torso and allow ourselves to get that firm, elongated, aligned posture. Breathing in as we go left, out as we go right. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. And then on your next inhale, just switch so that you're inhaling as you go right and exhaling as you go left. So you're just changing the breath to the rotation. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Just balancing that out. Gentle twist here. And on your next inhale, come back to center. And again, gently retain this breath while engaging at the base of the spine in the pelvic bowl. So lift at the base of the spine in the pelvic bowl. Engage your root lock. Arms are up, but the shoulders are relaxed. The chin is tucked. Be very still. Focus at the third eye. Let everything be still. As you are ready, release your locks, release your breath. Hands to the knees, thumb and forefinger lightly touching. Just take a moment to settle. Feel into your seat. Ah, perfect. Okay. All right. I'm going to do my new, every month I get a new favorite breath. This is my new favorite breath, all right? So we're going to clear a little bit here. So on the inhale, we're going to breathe in and out through the mouth. So inhale is through the mouth. Exhale is through the mouth with like a cannon breath, a little pursing of the lips. On the inhale, the back of the palms come toward the chest. On the exhale, the palms will press away from the shoulders. On the inhale, the palms will come back toward the chest. On the exhale, the palms will press away toward the side body. So we're going to alternate that motion. So your rhythm, your breath, your pace, your practice. Focus long spine. supported hips, firm and steady in our seat, calm and steady in our mind. Now, the arms are moving, but the body is still. The awareness is on the breath in the mouth and lungs. The focus is at the brow point. And if you're uncomfortable, like many of us are, with closing your eyes completely, just narrow your gaze. Just find something not moving beyond the tip of your nose and just focus there. But your focus is kind of internal here. Now, as you're here and you've got the movement down, you're in your breath, you're in your movement, you're locked in, you're feeling the rhythm, feeling the rhythm, feeling the rhythm. Begin to think about whatever it is that's been sort of hovering and hanging around you, anything that's been sticking around a little too long. Imagine you're pressing it away right here, clearing away any negative energy, clearing away any negative thought patterns, clearing away any negative relationships, clearing away any negative emotional wreckage, clearing, just clearing. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice, pressing away any negativity at all in any way, shape, or form here through this practice. On your next inhale, press the arms away to the sides. Gently retain the breath while lifting at the base of the spine and pelvic bowl. Engage the root lock. Arms are up, but the shoulders are relaxed. Tuck the chin slightly. Engage the chin lock. Focus internal, third eye, very still, very aware, very present. Notice that spaciousness within you, perhaps. As you're ready, release the breath. Keep the arms up. Press the hands out from the shoulders. Inhale. Gently retain this breath while lifting at the base. Root lock engaged. Relaxing at the shoulders and tucking the chin, chin lock engaged. Stillness and presence. As you are ready, release the breath. Keep the arms up. Press the arms out from the sides again. Full inhale. And again. Retain the breath while lifting at the base of the spine, pelvic bowl, tucking the chin and being very still. As you are ready, release your locks, release your breath, release your hands to your knee. Thumb and forefinger lightly touching, palms up. Just receive, be still. Notice where your energy is, how it feels, what's happening for you in your practice. Got one more here. I'm going to kind of balance that out and settle in. Okay, so the palms, the elbows will come in toward the ribs. The sides of the palms will come together. Fingers are touching, and your little cup of your palm. So you're like making an offering bowl. All right. You're holding that just about heart high, chest high. You're looking slightly down, the eyes slightly open. The inhale is through the nostrils. The exhale is out those pursed lips, and you're just blowing gently into the cup of your palms. Filling your cup with the breath, feeling the breath settle into that cup. Little light feel there. In through the nose, out through the mouth, into the palm of the hands. Gentle, long, extended exhale here. Very still, very silent, very calm. Filling your own cup here. Our practice helps us to learn that we have to fill our own cup. An empty cup can't help anyone. We fill our cup, that sense of presence, immanence, peace, awareness, stillness, silence, the power of being here, right now. Calm, steady, focused on the breath. Awareness and consciousness moving within our own body. Witnessing ourselves in practice. Noticing our own experience. And beginning to recognize how we can tune ourselves, how we can use our practices to change our situation, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, even physically. A little bit of practice goes a long way. Body very still. Awareness on the breath in the nostrils and then out the mouth and the palm of the hands. On your next exhale, just let the practice fade away. Let your hands drip into your lap. One palm resting in the back of the other, thumbs lightly touching. And then take a moment here, if you like, to avail yourself of any additional support. So just try to keep your silent, meditative stillness state, but maybe you have an eye cloth, or maybe you have a blanket or a shawl, or anything that will provide you maybe just 1% more support. Go ahead and avail yourself of that. But stay stillness, stay focused on your internal state, stay focused on your sense of connection to this moment. Just be still and feel into the possibility of rest. This is your rest. You're done. Be done. Allow yourself to be done. Let go of any shaping of the mind, any shaping of the breath, any shaping of the body. Just let your posture be what it is, and just accept that it is what it is. Just allow it to be what it is. Let your breath come and go as it will. You can release that constant focus on it and just allow it to come and go. Trust in the autonomic and automatic process of the breath. The respiratory cycle will happen. And most of all, release your mind. Let go of your need to attach to all those thoughts that keep arising, giving them credence and energy by paying attention to them. Just let them come and go. A little gentle curiosity, perhaps, like, oh, where did that come from? Oh, that's interesting. Maybe not. Maybe just silent and passive witness. No need to comment at all. Just allow. Like clouds in the sky, just drifting in and out of your vision. No need to make shapes of them. No need to tell stories about them. Our teacher says, be the sky that holds the weather. Allow yourself to just be. Let everything settle into stillness. Release any analysis of the practice. Release any conversation with yourself. Certainly release any competition or condemnation. Just be. If you can, check in with your gratitude that you had anchored in your heart space. Is it still there? Can you expand whatever it was that you were grateful for to include yourself, for allowing yourself this opportunity to be here, to practice, and to feel into this moment of rest? All of us seeking this moment of rest. freedom, peace, stillness, silence, whatever it is for each of us that we're longing for, that is we're yearning for, that's crying out from beneath our hearts. This moment here is the opportunity for that to come forth, manifest, be present, and for us to just witness the glory, the beauty, the grace of that. Maybe adding a little gratitude to our day. It is great to be alive. It is great to be here. It is great to be you. Let us explore that greatness for the next minute or so in the awesome power of silence. And if perchance you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing, and then gently and compassionately return your focus. Reconnect with your breath. And on your next inhale, I invite you once again to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow to arise in your heart space perhaps one more thing for which you are grateful. And as you see yourself there in gratitude, witnessing yourself in gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, in closing, I invite you to stay here in grateful witness for as long as you can, for as long as you like. And when you do rise, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.